Hello folks, this is Solo speaking. You're listening to another video for Teamfight Tactics. This is another look at the outset of set 9.5. This is a game that's actually played on the very first day of the set. It is a double up game, as the last one I posted was. This time I'm going to be playing together with JDP El Grillo. And in this one we're going to be looking at a Void composition, but one that emphasizes Chogath very heavily. Cho's been buffed to a pretty strong degree in this set. So we're going to be looking at Chogath. We also have our initial portal. Grillo and I didn't particularly like any of these three options, but out of them I decided, well, looks like most people are going over to the Bilgewater portal Slaughter Docks. Might as well head over there as well. And that turns out to be what we are going to get. As you can see, it says getting free shop refreshes at the start of each stage. So that is on 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, etc. You will get a set amount of additional shop refreshes. I'm not sure exactly how many it is. I think it might correspond to the stage, like two shop refreshes for shop 2-1 and 3 shop refreshes for 3-1. I'm not exactly sure that. This is the first time I've actually played this one. But what this does mean is it is a setup that's conducive towards re-rolling for certain units. So if you're going to re-roll for 1 or 2 cost units, you will get additional shop refreshes, and that's going to make it easier to hit some of these units. So that is something that's going to, this is a portal that plays, as I said, a bit more into reroll team compositions. Now, if you watch the first video I did on set 9.5, which was also played on the same day, and in fact played immediately before this game, we actually got 2 very good games back to back that were both worth putting on video. You would have heard me talk repeatedly about how the Bilgewater trait is very overpowered, or at least it was very overpowered. And so if you're going to be playing double up, you basically want one of the 2 people to be playing Bilgewater because it's such a strong trait. By the way, here I get another Cho. I started with a Cho, and then I had a Cho in the shop, and then Grillo also found a Cho. So we're just going to make an immediate Cho 2-star right here. Really good way to use one of those early sends. But to get back to the point, because Bilgewater is so strong on this initial version, in a double-up game, you basically want one of the 2 people to be playing Bilgewater because you'd be silly not to have them. And it turns out Grillo has a pretty decent opener for Bilgewater, so he's going to be playing that. That means I need to play something else, and I'm going to be looking to play this Cho build because I already have Cho 2-star right here. I thought that would be pretty good. Now we have a gold augment. I could try to pull a Tome of Traits, but I don't really have a lot of traits in play. I don't want to sit on that for a long time. I'm looking at these. I was like, I don't really like any of these. Let's go with stationary support. Gain a training dummy. They have 1 support item equipped, and this one is Aegis of the Legion. It is a training dummy that's going to grant, I believe it's additional attack speed to each person who's behind you. By the way, here are the free shop refreshes. I'm trying to make use of them here. It allowed me to hit additional Malzahar. I really need to keep rolling here. I can't remember if I actually use all of these or not. I still have additional refreshes here, so I definitely should make use of these. I'm going to send a Graves over to Grillo because, as mentioned, he's playing a Bilgewater board. And out of these units, I want everything to stand behind that training dummy. Yeah, I don't know if I actually ended up using these shop refreshes. As I said, it was the first time I used this. I should have remembered that I got free shop refreshes here. I would have actually had decent odds to find more Chos and more Malzahars here, so that would have been pretty cool to get. But yeah, apparently I just forgot about this. As I said, new portal, haven't seen it before, but that's kind of wasteful. I might have been able to get some more Chos here. That would have been helpful in terms of trying to stack up Cho and get into 3-star, which is what we're going for here. Looks like I would lose this round, but Grillo is going to be able to pop in here and allow me to win this one. You know what I think it is? I believe I thought it was that the refreshes would carry over into the next round, but they actually do not. They are unique to the first stage, first round of each stage. So you see, I do not actually get the shop refreshes. They have now expired. So you actually have to use them on the very first stage or they just go away. So that's something to keep in mind for the future. Now, right now, I actually have too many things I want to play. I want to play Void because I want to have 3 Void units in. I also want to play Renekton because I'd like to get Bruiser trait in. And I'd also like to play Ori to get Sorcerer trait in for the Malzahar. So I have to pick and choose here what I actually want to run. And for the moment, I decide Void is probably better than any of the other options. And I'm going to go with that. All right, well, let me try to cover the support item that I picked up here. Let me see if I can find the listing on the cheat sheet of what the support items do, because this is what's new in the set. I did in the previous game, I was able to get a Shroud of Stillness, which of course is back from before, but this one's different. This one is new, Aegis of the Legion. It's got the little shield icon. Okay. Combat start green 30% attack speed and 15 armor and magic resistance to the holder and allies behind them for 8 seconds. So it grants attack speed, armor, and magic resistance to units that stand behind the thing. Does make positioning pretty weird, I'm not going to lie. But the good news is, because Shroud of Stillness is not makeable anymore, you can only get it out of one of these support items. Because Shroud of Stillness is not makeable, I don't have to worry about getting shrouded here, because who is going to shroud me? Like, who's going to dump a Shroud of Stillness on me? Unless they also happen to get a support item, which feels pretty unlikely. I don't have to worry about getting my entire team shrouded. So I just have everybody standing in the middle so that they will all get that attack speed bonus and the additional armor and magic resistance, such as it is. It's not a lot of armor and magic resistance, but better to get that than not take advantage of it. So everybody's just clustered up around this stupid little targeting dummy, and that's why my positioning is so wonky right now. I will eventually not be able to fit everybody behind it, but for right now, it's working out okay. Anyway, yeah, these couple rounds have been going pretty well. I'm on full win streak. Grillo's on full win streak. Of course, Grillo helped me out with the one round I was going to lose, but overall, my board's in pretty solid shape. My econ's in good shape as well. 14 gold in the bank already. Not too shabby. And you probably have noticed I have not been leveling. It's actually pretty impressive to be on full win streak, despite the fact that I was level 3 for the first couple rounds. That is because I'm trying to find Cho 3-star and Malzahar 3-star. And in order to do that, I want to stay at lower levels. So I want to make sure I am level 4 at the beginning of the next stage, where I will still have good odds to hit the 1-cost units. That's kind of the basics when you're playing a reroll cost for something like this. Now, I would have liked to have gotten a Darius right there. I think that Darius would, not because I wanted to play Darius, but because he had a chain vest. And I was hoping I could do double chain vest on Cho so I could make a Bramble on him. Cho stacks up a tremendous amount of health, so items that give him additional armor and magic resistance are really good. I'm actually hoping I can make Bramble plus Dragon's Claw on him, give him the item that gives him the most armor and protection against crits, and also the item that gives him the most magic resistance and has a small amount of innate healing. And then his third item can be whatever. But those are the 2 items I most want. Since I wasn't able to take a vest, I took a cloak, so I have half of a Bramble vest and half of a Dragon's Claw. That's what I'm kind of looking for right here. Other than that, I have a bunch of AD items, which are going to be great if I can find Rek'Sai, because Rek'Sai wants AD items, but I haven't found Rek'Sai yet. So I would really much like to take out Renekton and replace with Rek'Sai and then start itemizing her. I guess what I could do is I could start putting Rek'Sai's items on Renekton. You know, I didn't think to do that during the game. Maybe I could have done that. That would have been a potential. So like that cloak could be for Dragon's Claw, but the cloak could also be for like a Bloodthirster for Rek'Sai. So I do have some options here. And then I could also even make Infinity Edge as well. So getting swords here is not terrible. Anyway, Grillo was able to come over. That was going to be a close fight for me. I don't know if I would have won it, but it was reasonably close. But his Bilgewater board is just winning pretty hard because Bilgewater is pretty overpowered. In this patch, I also managed to hit the Ori 2-star, so I'll play that over the Renekton, give up Bruiser trait for Cirque trait, and I'm starting to build up that bank account. 32 gold in the bank right now is quite nice. Now, while I've got a second here, let's go ahead and cover Cho, because, as I said, he is the featured unit in this video. Cho, of course, was around in the first half of the set, but the developers stacked a lot of buffs onto him. They basically made it so his feast is a lot better here in the second half of the set. And the developer specifically said they want to make Cho reroll a thing. They want to make it viable. It really was not in the first half of the set. So as a refresher, Cho's traits are Bruiser Void. He's going to be played in with either other Void units or other Bruiser units. Both are pretty good for him. Ability is called Feast. It costs 80 mana. It deals magic damage to the lowest adjacent health enemy. If this kills them, devour them, and permanently gain max health. So that's the biggie thing there is when he kills units with his Feast, he permanently gains max health. So this is a unit that you want to get in early and then keep stacking for the rest of the match. It's pretty similar to Cho's ability in set 6, which basically did the same thing. But of course, he was a Colossus unit in that set and a 3-cost. He's only a 1-cost unit in this set, so he's a bit more of a reroll bait target. Here I'm going to send the Alawi over to Grillo. That's going to make Alawi 2-star. He had 2 out of 3 Alawis, so I figured, well, let's just send this one over there. It's not amazing, but I didn't have anything else to send him. And then he's going to send me another Cho. So he's got going to get me up to 6 Chos. I'm actually hoping to roll for Malzahar here as well, but I haven't hit as many. So anyway, the basic point is Cho will permanently gain health every time he kills something. By the way, look at this. Double swords here. Again, Could be Infinity Edge plus Bloodthirster for Rek'Sai, which are very good items on her. And then I get a Champion Duplicator and a bow, which is pretty interesting as well. And then another bow pops out as well. I was like, oh my god, look at all these AD items I've got here. So anyway, I have the free shop refreshes, so I'm going to go ahead and use these. I could pick up some Bilgewater units here for Grillo. Maybe I should have thought about doing that, but I was focusing on, I did just use the send, so I thought it was better just to focus on my board. Now the free rerolls are out. Now I'm just rolling with actual gold, but again, I'm trying to hit these 1-cost units. I'm getting pretty close on Cho here. There's another one that gets me up to 8 Cho, so let's see how low I want to roll here. There's a Rek'Sai. Okay, so we can take out Caston for right now. Now I can look to start itemizing Rek'Sai, and I believe I stop here with the intention of then having the option of playing. So let's go ahead and start putting some items on the Rek'Sai. Well, I'll make Bloodthirster, and I'll go ahead and make Infinity Edge on her as well. So that just gives her 2 very good items on her right from the start of this board. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to lose this round. I'm up against someone who's level 6. I'm level 4. They have double Challenger emblems. So it's like, wait, what? Yeah, they apparently got one from their Tome of Traits, and then they got another one somehow, too. I don't know how they got the second one. They must have gotten a spatula to drop from the minion round, and then also had a bow on their bench, because they should not have double emblems already at the beginning of Stage 3. So that just runs completely over my board, which is not shocking given the situation. All right, so now we've got another option here. And then I see Dedication. I was like, oh, Dedication. That's always good when you're playing Void boards. So Dedication is the first time you play First time you field at least 4 distinct units of the same trait, you will receive an emblem at the start of the next round. So this basically means I can guarantee 8 Void, because I already have 3 Void in. Caston gives me 4 Void. I can get an emblem, and that'll be a Void emblem, and then I can play 8 Void. So that's the plan now. We're going to play 8 Void. We've already got the 3-star Cho, so Cho's going to be super duper tanky. And I was like, what do I do with these items? Okay, I've got these extra bows. Now, they could be saved for Kaisa, but I don't really like having double bows sit on the bench for a long period of time. I decided, you know what, let's just go ahead, make a Titan's Resolve for Cho. I wouldn't say it's one of his best items, but I think it's solid. It's like if you're grading A through F, it's probably like a B item in terms of strength. Just because it will allow him to stack up the benefit. He's going to get the extra armor and magic resistance as he gets hit. Going to give him a little bit of extra AP, which is nice because his feast will do more damage with additional ability power. You see him feasting another unit over there. Not quite able to get the poppy. So my damage output is relatively low, but I am very tanky at the moment. Cho actually does deal a decent amount of damage as he continues to feast people. And then Rek'Sai is the other source of damage, but she is just a 1-star unit at the moment. Still, my units are very, very tanky, and that's going to be nice. There's 6 Malzahars. Now, I will take Mal's 3-star if I can get it, but I'm not going to specifically roll for Malzahar 3-star. I'll just grab that if I can get it, as I said. So I had 4 Void in before. With the Cassidon that popped up on my board. So I get the Void emblem. This is great. Now I just need to find the Vel'Koz. And I might as well slap this on Orianna because she's going to come out of the comp later. Who to put this on long term, I'm not exactly sure. But I can put it on her for right now. Then we just need to find Vel'Koz, play Vel'Koz at level 6. We'll have 6 Void. With pretty good trait synergies, right? We'd have 6 Void, 2 Bruiser, 2 Sorcerer, which is not bad for running a vertical trait. Although, of course, we do have the emblem. And that'll replace the little Voidling with the Rift Herald, which would be quite nice. Yeah, look at Cho. Cho just one-shotted one of the enemies on the other team. And, of course, that means he gets additional bonus health that'll scale up for the entire game. Yeah, he just got another feast stack as well. Doing like 1,000. Yeah, he's doing 1,000 damage with his feast stacks right now. 1,179 before resistances. Now, he did get some additional AP from his Titan's Resolve. But still, like 1,000 damage on his feast on a very, very, very tanky unit. That's pretty good stuff. And that will never stop scaling up over the course of the match. I should mention as well, I don't think I said this before, Cho's ability, he does do 15% of his max HP, 15% of his health when he feasts somebody. So yeah, getting more health causes his feast to deal more damage, and it just stacks infinitely throughout the fight. Alrighty, well, throughout the game, not just during the fight, but throughout the game as well. So I am still looking to get more items for Cho. I'm going to go ahead and take a cloak. That's now 2 cloaks I've taken here. I've used the first one on the Bloodthirster. I'm quite happy with that because that's such a good item for Rek'Sai. And then the second one, I'm hoping can be a Dragon's Claw for Cho, make him very, very tanky against magic damage. Here I have the chance to get a gift from Grillo, and out of the choices, I take the component Anvil. I'm hoping for another cloak, and there we go. So that's going to be a Dragon's Claw. And then I'm still hoping maybe I can get a Bramble Vest for his last item, if I can get another vest. All right, I go ahead and level to 6 because I had the gold to do so. Now I want to play Vel'Koz here. Vel'Koz would give me 6 Void, as I mentioned before, but I can't do that yet. I haven't found that unit, and I don't want to roll for it. So I'll just play the other Malzahar here. So we're just playing double 2-star Malzahar, and I'm also continuing to try to have everybody stand behind the training dummy so that they get that Aegis of the Legion benefit. It looks really stupid, but I mean, free stats are free stats, so I'm going to take them. Now, this board is mostly magic damage that I'm up against. As you see, I pop over to look at Grillo's board. By the way, Grillo, he was able to take a Bilgewater emblem for his second augment. It was one of the 3 choices he had. And we've also gotten a Neela for him as well. So, yeah, he's got 7 Bilgewater with Neela in there and very good Neela items. So he is just kind of destroying people right now. He actually has not lost a single round the entire game. Has not lost 1 round the whole game so far. So we're both just kind of cruising right now in this game. Him with 7 Bilgewater, me with the Void board, and already having 3-star Cho. But 3-star Cho's been quite strong for me so far. All right, out of these options, I was like, oh, Spatula. Well, I'm sure that Grillo wants the Spatula. And indeed, he does. Bilgewater is a makeable emblem. So if he can now just get a Cloak, he'll be able to make another Bilgewater emblem. Remember, he already has 1 Bilgewater emblem, so he has put on Nasus, an excellent choice. There he is, back up to 7 Bilgewater again. He took the same thing I did. He also has one of the support items, and he has the Zeke's Herald. They actually made it so Zeke's now affects not just the units next to the Zeke's, but 2 tiles on either side. So the Zeke's now can hit up to 4 units on your team at once, not just 2 the way it was previously. Since it's now no longer craftable. So yeah, Grillo has like the super Zeke's over there, and he's getting additional attack speed on 4 members of his team, which of course is also nice for the Neela that he's playing through. Now this person has, which support item is that? I don't recognize it. I'm gonna have to, let me look this one up. They're playing an Invoker's board with 3-star Milo. That's not actually very good, at least in this patch. I'm sure they'll buff Milo into being overpowered at some point in this set, but for right now, not particularly strong. Let me see why. As I said, I don't recognize the graphic here. What is that support item that they have? I'm going to see if I can try to find it. Okay, this one, Virtue of the Martyr, is apparently what they have. This one's new. Every 5 seconds, heal all allies for 7% of their max health. When the holder dies, the healing increases to 14% max health. Continues for 10 seconds. Boy, that would be really good on my board. Can you imagine if Cho was healing for 14% of his max health every 5 seconds? That would be insane, considering how much health he's stacking up. Yeah, I wish I'd had that one. Would have been a little bit better, but you don't get to pick which item comes out of the support training dummy. It's just random. All right, now this is nice. Look at this. I've got another vest here. That's pretty good. Again, that could be half of a... there's another Rek'Sai, so I'm going to use my... Oh, I want to go to level 7 and use my free rerolls. But that could be a Titans for Rek'Sai, so that would be pretty nice. By the way, Grillo found a 2-star Rek'Sai. He actually had 3 Rek'Sais in a single shop. So he just grabs them all and sends to me. So now I'm already on 5 Rek'Sais. And by the way, I'm going to find a Neela, so I'm happy to send that over to him. There we go. There's a 2-star Rek'Sai for me. I'm going to send the Neela over to him. I'm actually on 8 Malzahars here as well. So I could take out the extra Malzahar and play double Rek'Sais. That's also a possibility. I'm going to go ahead and put the vest on Cho. I could have made the Titans, but I thought it was a higher priority to try and make Bramble on Cho out of these. I also should probably have looked to move this emblem, this Void emblem, off the Orianna, who I don't think is the right one for that. This fight was a little disappointing. I was very, very close to having Grillo come in and support my board, but I did lose. That is the person who's running the double Challenger emblems. They also apparently have 2-star Aphelios with a Challenger emblem and an Aatrox with a Challenger emblem. So I was like, okay. Well, this augment's really easy. Void Crest, gain a Void emblem and a Cassidon. So that's just going to give me double Void emblems. So this is going to make it insanely easy to run 8 Void. I don't even have to find Bel'Veth to run 8 Void at this point, because I'm going to have double Void emblems. And the other good thing is now I can cut some of the weaker Void units from my comp and still run the 8 Void. So I'll be able to cut the Cassidon from my comp later on. I still haven't found Vel'Koz, by the way, but I did find a Scion. So, okay, well, we can just play the Scion and put the Void emblem on him. That leads me to 3 Bruiser, which is a little bit awkward, but whatever. I mean, it's Scion with a Void emblem, so I'm pretty happy with that. Go ahead and run that. Since I still have not seen Vel'Koz yet in this game, I'm actually rolling for the Vel'Koz. We'd kind of like to find him. There we go. We finally get a Vel'Koz. So I'll play that over... I played that over the Rek'Sai. I think that's probably a mistake. It's probably better to play the extra Rek'Sai. But now I can finally drop that stupid Orianna. I don't need her anymore. And then I actually end up making a mistake here. I was going to make an item for a future Kaisa. I want to make a. I don't really have a good use for this tier. I want to make a static shiv because it's an excellent item to put on Kaisa down the road. But I put it on my Vel'Koz. That's a mistake. I actually wanted that to go on my Kassadin because Kassadin's going to get sold down the road. But yeah, the Vel'Koz is not a unit that's going to get sold. So whoops, that's not right. I also could have put that on the Mauls. Mauls could have held that. So now I do find a Kaisa. Now I'm like, well, I actually have 8 Void here, but I'm not level 8 yet. So all right, we'll do the sell and replace. I can't play 8 Void right now because I don't have I'm not level 8. I can only play 7 units, so I can't play the Baron just yet. But now I believe I'm going to look to go to level 8. It's either that or I am also on 7 Rek'Sais and I have a champion duplicator. So I'm 1 off Rek'Sai 3-star as well. I can't remember if I go to level 8 here or if I stay at level 7 and try to get that last Rek'Sai. I'm also on 8 Malzahars, but Mauls is not too significant. I will say that if I get a 3-star Mauls, every star level of your Void units does make the Void unit stronger in the same way that like getting additional cultists made Galio stronger in set 5, and like getting additional star levels of innovators made the innovator thing stronger in set 6. So getting 3-star Void units is actually quite good because it means that like the Rift Herald will be stronger, the Baron will be stronger later on, etc. Now I was definitely going to lose that round, but then Grillo comes in. And by the way, Grillo has not lost a round yet this entire game. He is 12-0 on actually 13-0 on every round. That's pretty insane. Now, there's definitely something I want here. There's a Scion with the vest. That vest would pop off. I could use it to make Bramble on Chogath, and then I could use my champion duplicator on the Scion to just have Scion 2-star. So this would be absolutely amazing if I could get it, but oh man, somebody snipes it at the last second, so I was like, that would have been nice. I also could have taken the Malzahar for Maul's 3-star, but as I said, I don't really care about Maul's 3-star. It's not terribly important as far as what I'm running here. So I take the bow just because bows are good on Kaisa, and I'm pretty happy with that. Now, look, I also have a K'Sante here, so I was like, all right, I don't think I'm going to play K'Sante long-term because Kassadin's going to come out of this board, but for right now, we'll just play him over the Orianna. I mean, I lose Sork Trait, but is Sork Trait really doing much of anything? No, not really. So we've got K'Sante and Scion both with Void Emblems on this board, which is pretty wild, and it looks like I did decide that I was just going to stop and go to level 8 here. I could make Gnasher's Tooth with this. That would not be terrible on Kaisa. I don't think it's one of her best items, but I think it's decent. This is one of the new items here in this set, Gnasher's Tooth. It basically is AP plus attack speed, which are both traits, both things that Kaisa definitely wants. So let me go ahead and read the description of Gnasher's Tooth. After casting an ability, gain 40% attack speed for 5 seconds. As I said, pretty good for Kaisa. 150 health, 30 ability power, 10% attack speed, and then after she casts, gain 40% attack speed for 5 seconds. As I said, not bad, not bad. I think it's a pretty decent item to put on Kaisa. But anyway, and you can see this person has it on Azir. It's probably Azir's best item, honestly. I end up losing to them as well, unfortunately. And if you look at the lobby, and Grillo also lost a round finally, as he had not lost a round the entire game, but he did lose that one. Now I'm going to go ahead and move the emblem over to Fiora, and that is just to get Challenger trait in for Kaisa. I don't think this is amazing, but I think it's better than having Bastion trait in for Kassadin. Like, what is that? What exactly is that doing? Very, very little. So I'll go ahead and just make that swap there, because Fiora is the best Challenger I can run alongside Kaisa. They're both 4-cost Challengers. She is the replacement for Yasuo in this set, if you're running this. Now, the other thing is, look at the lobby here. We're on 81 health, and then there's this other team we're competing with that's on 71 health. The other teams are on 8 health and 3 health. So this lobby is constricting pretty quickly here, down to just 2 of us, 2 of our teams competing for the first place spot. This is the person who's playing Invokers with a Milo reroll, and as I said, I don't think that's very good, at least in this patch. And you can see my board that was struggling a little bit with some of the other boards is winning against this one pretty easily. So going to defeat that board. Cho is still doing like top damage for my team. I'm not sure quite how much health he has, but he's doing a lot of damage at this point. And all right, Vel'Koz came back. Excellent. So now we can do this replacement. Vel'Koz gets us in Sork Trait. Again, Sork Trait not doing a whole lot here, but probably better than Kassadin, who's not really doing anything. And now we just go level 8. We put in Kassadin, and then that gets us up to 8 Void. And then we will take him out and replace him with Bel'Veth when Bel'Veth shows up. So pretty much got our board here with those double Void emblems. I don't know if Scion's necessarily the greatest person to put this on, but I think it's pretty decent. Just another bruiser. Scion's just in general a good unit. All right, so out of these options here, I want to make sure that I can use my free rerolls. There's a Vest. That is what I wanted. Now I have Bramble plus Dragon's Claw on Cho. Pretty happy with that. I do want to go to 8, and I want to roll once I am level 8, use my free rerolls on level 8. So can we manage to find another Rek'Sai here? I just need one more, and then I can champion duplicate the Rek'Sai. There's a GP. Well, that's going to be great for Grillo's board because he's playing Bilgewater, so we'll do that. There's another Kai'Sa. We'll take that. Let's keep using these. There's another K'Sante, but as I said, I'm planning on moving. I already moved out of the K'Sante. And then I'm going to continue rolling here, getting some Sejuani's. So I could, in theory, have played 4 Bruiser here. I could give up the Challenger and play 4 Bruiser, and honestly, that might actually be better because I'm playing through the Cho. That might actually have been better to give up the Fiora and then play the Bruisers instead. So I'm up against an 8 Challenger board here. That is 8 Challenger Aphelios plus a 2-star Kai'Sa. I don't have quite enough to hold up to that, but I did manage to hit the 3-star Rek'Sai. It happened after the round started, so there it is. Rek'Sai is going to combine. That means I actually don't have to use my champion duplicator on the Rek'Sai. I'm also going to have to get her a 3rd item here as well. So I need to try to make some more items here, and I'm going to get a gift from Grillo. He's going to send me a Tactician's Crown, which is pretty awesome. I believe it costs quite a bit of money, but he was able to do that. It's going to allow me to put in Mordekaiser to pick up Slayer trait for the Rek'Sai. I'm also going to find the 3-star Malzahar. I'm going to make Nashor's Tooth for Kai'Sa. I'm going to make a Hand of Justice on her, and now I need to look to itemize the Bel'Veth, and then also get a 3rd item on Rek'Sai. So I roll here, and this is actually a mistake, by the way. There's a Vel'Koz in the store. I'm going to grab that for Vel'Koz 2-star. Now I do have the option of using my champion duplicator on either Kai'Sa. I could use it for Kai'Sa 2-star, or I can hold and try to get one more Bel'Veth and then duplicate for Bel'Veth 3-star. But yeah, I have 8 Void, 3 Bruiser, 2 Challenger, 2 Slayer, 2 Sorcerer. This feels pretty good. I think my setup is quite strong here. And let's see, how are we doing against this team here? We still have the Baron, we still have Kai'Sa. Grillo's going to come over as well. The Rek'Sai is just barely alive, and it looks like we won that round anyway. So that's nice. Now I don't have to lock for the Vel'Koz. And we're actually down to just 2 teams in the lobby. Now here's the downside to this. I don't have any gold left over. I rolled myself down to 0 gold, so I can't send Grillo something. And that's really bad. I could have all of those options were quite strong, and they only cost about 10 gold. But in order to get them, I would have had to sell the Kai'Sa. So this was just a mistake by me. I overrolled on the previous round. There was no reason to do that. I could have just made sure to hold like 10 gold in the bank or 5 gold in the bank. And that was not something I did. So that was a real problem. So that's not good. That was not good. I still have a champion duplicator though, so that's pretty nice. I believe at the moment we're stronger than the other board. So one person's playing Strategist Azir. They have a 3-star Swain on the front lines, and the other person is 8 Challenger with Kai'Sa and Aphelios. This board I think we're stronger than right now. They don't really have that much on this board right now. They just have the Azir. I mean, the Azir has good items. I believe they have 4 or 5 Strategists over there, but like this board is not able to hold up to what I have. The problem is the other team. The other team, the 8 Challenger team, is winning rounds pretty quickly and then coming over. It's just like Aphelios with 8 Challenger backing him up. That's pretty strong. So we're struggling a bit against this other team. And it looks like there's going to be an extended duel here between the two of us. So we're hoping that we can figure this out. Now, the nice thing is we actually do get to pick off the carousel here. So there is actually a Strategist emblem. Maybe I should have taken that. Well, I guess I'm not really playing through Strategist, but we could have denied that, although I don't know if they actually end up taking this. They really should have for their board. Oh, well, they ended up not taking the Strategist emblem. That's good. I end up taking the Bel'Veth because I can use the champion duplicator on Bel'Veth, and then that's Bel'Veth 2-star. Also get an Infinity Edge. I'm going to put that on Bel'Veth. It's actually not one of her better items. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad or anything. But I can't put it on, I can't put it on Rek'Sai because Rek'Sai already has an Infinity Edge. You can't double up on Infinity Edge. It's a unique item. And nobody else on the team really wants IE. So I'll put it on Bel'Veth. As I said, I would prefer to have Rapid Fire Cannon is really good on her. Edge of Night's really good. Bloodthirster is really good. The new Sterix is quite good. You know, it's basically the same itemization as Rek'Sai for the most part, except that you don't need the Infinity Edge as much. In any case, though, I am up against the 8 challenger player. So the question is, how does my front line hold up? That's always the question with challenger boards. Can your front line hold up and stop them from getting resets? And the answer is apparently yes, it holds up quite well. So I'm able to hang in there, not die, prevent them from getting resets, and then with my help, we're able to go over to Grillo's board and end up winning that round. So now I'm probably just going to look to econ up to level 9, and then I can just play another unit. There's not really any point in rolling because I've kind of hit my entire board right now. So we're just trying to econ for the time being. I should probably pick up the Sejuani, though, because Sedge is the logical unit to play on level up. That would get me 4 Bruiser. That would increase Cho's damage, and oh, that ain't good. That's not good. They just hit 3-star Aphelios. That's an 8 Challenger Aphelios with just hit the 3-star version. Excuse me. Yeah, that's going to be a problem because we were having some issues with that board already, and they just made 3-star Aphelios. No. Well, we'll see what we can do, but not looking great. Not looking great. They also have 53 health remaining. So yeah, you see what happens is with that Aphelios, they just punch through Grillo's board so quickly, and now they're over on my board, and well, you see what happens. It's, as I said, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. So we don't really have much of a realistic option of winning this. Although, hold on. It's 2 Neelas in my store. Nobody else is playing Bilgewater in this lobby. As soon as I see this, I'm like, I think we have to go for Neela 3-star. I think that's our only realistic chance of winning this lobby. Grillo has 1 Neela on his bench. I just hit 2 out of 3 Neelas. So if I can find 1 more and send it over to him, maybe we can make Neela 3-star on his board, and then I'll just try to be tanky with, like I said, if I can get up to level 9 and get to 4 Bruisers, maybe I can be tanky enough that we can stall long enough for Neela to kill things. That's kind of the hope right now. Anyway, I'm going to get a Champion Duplicator and a Reforger, which is kind of interesting. And these items are also not quite what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get a final item for Rek'Sai and stuff for Belveth is what I'm looking for. I don't think these are amazing. I end up taking Adaptive Helm. I don't think this is also one of Belveth's better items, but I just slapped this on here just because, in part, because I was trying to test this out. Now, there's another Fiora. I'm using my free rerolls here. I can pick up the Sedge. As I said, Sedge would be pretty good. I could just play this over the Fiora, but oh, wait a minute. No, I would lose Challenger and Slayer for that, apparently. And I am going to hit the Fiora 2-star, so that's not bad. I remember, I also need to keep rolling here. I think I forgot again that I need to use my rerolls here or else they're going to go away. As I said, new trait, and there was a lot going on in this game. So now I'm up against the Aphelios 3-star. How is my board going to hold up against Aphelios 3-star? The answer is it's not. But the good news is I did stall long enough for Grillo to beat the other board. So look at the health here. This is pretty close. They're on 43. We're on 34. And yes, I did not end up using all of my rerolls there. So that was a bit wasteful as well. It could have continued rolling. Might have been helpful to hit Neela 3-star. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going for there. Grillo also has the potential to get up to 9 Bilgewater because he does have the double Bilgewater emblems. So I believe he's pushing to try to get to 9 Bilgewater right now. And I'm going to try to get to 9 so I can put in the 4 Bruisers. Here's the problem. They're on 7 Azirs as well. So that's not looking great. We also have to pick up any Azirs we might spot in the shop along the way. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. This is the board that we can win against because this one does not have a 3-star 4-cost on it. Does not have 8 Challenger 3-star Aphelios on the board. So my goal was to try to win quickly, but oh, I don't win that quickly. Oh boy, I do not win that fast. So here's Aphelios. Now the good news is he's dead in the middle of the board, so maybe we'll focus him. Bad news, he has an Edge of Night, so that means no, we're not going to focus him. I actually get pretty close to winning this, and I definitely would have beaten the Azir player, but that wasn't great. Now we're down to 23 health, and so we're starting to run out of HP here. So I was like, all right, I want to get to level 9, but I think I just have to roll for Neela, and oh my god, I actually do hit the Neela. So we'll send that over to Grillo. And he is now on 7 Neelas right now. And it looks like he did get to 9. He's now, looks like he did get to 9, and he's playing 9 Bilgewater. So if he can hit the remaining Neelas, it just needs 2 more. I probably will not get a chance to use another send to him because it takes 7 rounds to cool down. Probably not going to happen before this game is over. Now I'm up against Aphelios 3-star. And again, I just don't think I can beat this board. Not against Aphelios 3-star. That's just such a strong unit. So, I mean, I'm going to hang in there and do my best. I don't think my board is bad at all. I think it's actually quite strong, but it's going to be very difficult to win here. At least Belveth was able to get a kill and kind of get her reset. So actually, the Baron knocks up Aphelios. Do we have enough damage to finish this off? Yes! Okay, let's go. So after we double lost the last round, now we double won this round. That's really good. So once again, the health is tightened up 27 to 23 here. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I think that we got the Baron to knock up Aphelios at a key moment, and there was just enough damage left from the Baron and the what's her name? The Belvath to get the kill. Grillo was coming in as well, but I actually did win that just before he managed to arrive. So yeah, not bad. I'm going to go ahead and take Asterix. This is another one of the new items. I should probably read this description as well because I don't think I've talked about this yet. It's a melee AD item. Where is Asterix in here? This is not in alphabetical order. Okay, Asterix gauge. Once per combat at 60% health, gain 20% max health and 35% attack damage. So it's a little bit like Bloodthirster. When units lose health, they gain additional damage, and they also gain additional max HP. So that's pretty good. It's a very good item on Rek'Sai. It's also a pretty good item on Belveth too. I actually would have, as I said, they share pretty similar itemization. I actually would have liked to have put this on Belveth as well. Now here's a mistake I made in this fight. This person is running the Azir strategist board. They have a 2-star K'Sante on there. Unfortunately, I let them kick out Cho'gath. K'Sante was able to just get the knockout, and that's pretty bad because Cho is such a strong unit. Having Cho get kicked off the board is really bad, and Grillo was not able to beat the challenger board, which is not shocking or anything. So he ends up losing his round, and that's a double loss for us. So now it's 27 to 10 in terms of HP, and we are rapidly running out of health here. Grillo's board is insanely strong, but it's just that Aphelios 3-star is so nasty here. This time, I am going to be up. The matchup seems to work better for us when it's this way, when I'm against the Aphelios board and he's against the Azir board. Seems to work a little bit better when we have this setup, just because my board can stall for a long time, and then that gives Grillo time for him to kill the Azir board and then come over to my board. So that's the hope, is I can stall long enough for him to win his 1v1, come over and help me out, and then we can take down the Aphelios together. All right, and you can see I've actually killed the entire rest of the team. It's just, can we kill the Aphelios? There's the knockup. Can we manage to finish this unit off? Oh, Grillo's coming over. Oh, he doesn't quite get there in time. But we are only down to 4 health. We're not at 1 HP. We're at 4. So that's actually pretty big. If we were at 1 HP, any loss by either of us would end the game. But because we're at 4, we can kind of absorb another loss here. We can kind of take another loss. Here's the problem, though. They have 9 Azirs between the two of them. So they can actually double send for Azir 3-star. And I believe that they're going to end up doing that on this minion round here. I think that they have enough Azirs. I actually did not see any Azirs in my shop, so I wasn't able to take them out of the pool and deny them to this other team. So, is this going to be Azir 3-star? Because it sure looks like that once they manage to complete their sends. And yeah, there it is. Ah, boy. I mean, I hit Mordekaiser 2-stars, so it's like, okay, that's great. And I can get to level 9 and use my free Wow, I didn't click on the Mordekaiser. I thought I did. Whoops. And there's Set. Wow, I went past the Sejuani, too. This is really sloppy of me. I went past the Sejuani, which was the unit I wanted to play. I missed the Mordekaiser. I pick up the Neela. I think I was looking for Neela, but then I was like, wait a minute. I'm never going to get another send before the end of this game, so I won't be able to send that over to Grillo. So yeah, rolling here. And there's 2-star Mordekaiser, and there's also a Sejuani. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And now I've got one more item that I can pick up here. And I want to get an item for Belvath. So I believe I get the Quicksilver Sash. Again, a solid item on her, but not a great item. Really would have liked Edge of Night. Really would have liked Bloodthirster. Really would have liked Rapid Fire Cannon. This kind of stuff would have been great. Anyway, I'm up against the Azir board. But again, here's the problem. They now have 3-star Azir. So now we have 3-star Aphelios and 3-star Azir that we have to deal with. So we take a double loss. But we don't get knocked out of the lobby because, as already mentioned, we had that a little bit of extra health there. Anyway, I make Mordekaiser 2-star. That's nice. I finally have the board I want now, which is the 8 Void, 4 Bruiser, 2 Challenger, 2 Slayer. But now I'm up against the Aphelios 3-star. So I have to win this round. If I lose this round, the game is over. I have to win this round, and Grillo has to beat the Azir 3-star. If we don't win these rounds, we're out, and it's just a second place finish, which, would not be bad. And we were both thinking we probably will get second in this game, but let's see what happens. You never want to surrender until you actually play it out. So yeah, here we go. They actually have 3 Challenger emblems now. Okay, that's ridiculous. But their Belveth is only 1 star. And oh, we actually got a really nice Baron hit over there. Oh, we still have the Kaisa alive. It's just the Baron against Aphelios. Come on, Baron. Come on, Baron. Come on, Baron. Baron dies, but oh, Grillo's over here. And there we go. We win the round. I suppose I should have mentioned that Grillo did manage to hit the Neela 3-star there. Yeah, probably should have mentioned that. You might have seen it popping up on the interface, but he did manage to hit the Neela 3-star. So now it's a Azir 3-star versus Aphelios 3-star versus Neela 3-star. That was enough for us to win that round. And so now it's going to come down to this final round of the game. 1 hit point, 3 different 4-cost 3-stars. I'm the only one who doesn't have one. I am going to try to position to make sure that I do not get Cho knocked out by their Cassante. But what I'm actually going to do is take you over to Grillo's board for this round. Let's see what's going to happen on Grillo's side of the matchup. So he has positioned Neela in the front line to try to go after Aphelios. Neela's going to take down the front line of the enemy team. She's going to run to Aphelios. The Edge of Night triggers. Neela walks away, but the Bilgewater units kill everything else. Down goes Aphelios. Now he's going to come over to my board. So what's happening on my half of the matchup here? Well, I've got all my units over there on the left-hand side. I'm trying to overload the left-hand side in the hopes that maybe we'll focus Azir. It's not really happening, but that was the hope in any case. My board is kind of stalling though, but oh, in comes Grillo. Where's that Neela going to pop up? Boom, in the back lines, right on top of Azir. Neela's going to take down the 3-star Azir, just like she's blowing her nose. And that's going to be that. We're going to take down these teams, and we are going to get a first place in this exceedingly close lobby. I actually wanted to click on Cho at the end of the game so I could see how much health he had, but I wasn't able to get the right click on him before time ran out. I think he was around 5,000 health at the end of the game. So, man, what an exciting match that was. This is like the whole reason why we play double up, is so we can get matches like this. 3-star Azir, 3-star Aphelios with 8 Challenger, I should point out. 3-star Neela, and then my board, which had, 3 different 3-stars plus a whole bunch of legendary units. This was just a total blast, but we were able to eke out the first place finish. And this is a game I'm going to remember for a while because this was really, really a blast. Thanks to Grillo for joining me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this match. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Until next time, hope everybody's having a great week. Until then, take care, and I'll see you guys again soon.